Can you hear me now? Let me know. Hopefully y'all can hear me now. You can hear me now? Oh, wow. This whole time I've been talking, y'all could not hear me. So let's start back over. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the live, y'all. How you guys doing on this beautiful Monday? Hello, hello, Sean. How are you? So what I was saying is that I wanted to do like an open discussion today. And you guys can give me, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Y'all can hear my opinions. We can hear y'all's opinions on whatever topic it is. I took an aura photo today, so I wanted to show that to you guys a little later before we got off a live. But yeah, hey y'all. Hello, hello. Hey Andrew. I've had a good day. I honestly just came back home. I did like a little mini road trip yesterday. Just to get out the city. And so that was fun. So I just came back home today and really enjoying my day. Got things to do later today too. But I was thinking about really starting to like dive into more self-talk, like helping people build the skill. I'm actually very interested in doing like a small group, very small group. Let me be clear. I'm interested in doing a very small group, maybe about 3 people, where we sit together and I support you guys through a self-talk workbook that I've created like years ago. But it's an amazing tool. Once you move through it, you'll feel the shift and you'll feel the expansiveness in your spirit once you get through it. So I really want to do like a very small group of people and do that maybe next month. Okay, hey Sean, how you doing, girl? Maybe next month, but I'll like create something and let you guys know, because like I said, I'm only gonna do a very small group, 3 people at max, and it's gonna be like a very detailed. We're gonna sit together, we're gonna talk, y'all gonna feel it. Like when I tell you, y'all gonna feel it. And I'm excited because I feel like this skill is one of those things that, like I was saying earlier before y'all couldn't hear what I was saying, this is one of those skills. If you can get this skill down, you can master anything in life. You can get whatever you want. You can shift your identity. People be struggling with identity issues. This is gonna help you like reconstruct your identity to be who you feel like you want to be. So I'll put more details out there about it in the future. And honestly, with this being one of the first things with me doing like a group, girl, not Samaya, hey girl. How you doing, girl? So with this being one of the first times I do like a small group session, I think that I'll do it at a really good price for the group of people. And then eventually price is gonna go up because this is an amazing experience. So y'all, how y'all doing? What y'all want to talk about? I'm glad you're doing well, Samaya, girl. It's good to hear from you. So you said I just got out the park going for a run. I'll catch the replay. Unless you're still on here after 45 minutes, I'll holla. Okay, Andrew, enjoy your run. Y'all, I was running at the park the other day. I knew it was gonna start raining, but I just really wanted to walk around the park. I'm from America. Happy Black History Month, y'all. I really wanted to do a quick lap around the park. I like to walk. So I walked around the park while I'm like a quarter away from my car. I'm almost done with my lap. Y'all, it started raining so bad. I was running in the rain. I said, oh, baby, I'm never doing this again. So, enjoy. But, y'all, I don't know what that is, Sean. What y'all want to talk about today? I'll show y'all my aura photo since y'all on here. So I went and got an aura photo. Now, mind you, these are my old aura pictures. Actually, I gotta take it out because y'all can't really see nothing when I have it in this. But like, this is my old aura photos, and I showed y'all these before. I took these like 5 years ago, right? So these are my old ones. So this is 2020. Y'all can see I got the mask on. This is 2021. This is upside down. There you go. So these are my auras. And then this is my aura for today. You see I got the same shirt on today. So pink, blueberry. Yeah, so she was like, it's very pink. I said, ooh. She said I got somebody right here, which is interesting because Even in the last one I did a couple of years ago, you could see like similar white thing in that same area. Or it's right here. The white thing is right there. And then right there, you can see it. So I thought that was very interesting. Okay, hey, see how you been? So I think it's just the cutest aura. It is so cute. It's still blue. It's like a light pink instead of magenta now. That blue is like on the horizon. I think it's just so adorable. So she gave me like a paper to tell me what each color looked like. Is it more or less the same between male and female? I mean, like if you look up aura pictures, it's different for everybody. Like, but some of them, like sometimes they'll look similar. Like I seen some that look like this bluish pink kind of, but like I'll show y'all a picture so y'all can see on y'all's own. Like that can look different for everybody. So like here's one. Girl, not the computer going slow, go fast. Go faster. This is kind of blurry, but you can see that they look different. I feel like mine look kind of similar to this one or that one, but everybody's looks a little different. And it was really quick and it was really cheap. I feel like this is the cheapest I've ever paid for an aura photo. It was like $30. What's something you learned the hard way that completely changed how you see life? Cut people off quickly. I learned that the hard way. Very traumatic story, honestly, that I will probably never tell anybody except the therapist's office. But I learned that the hard way to have boundaries and cut people off quicker than later. Don't let somebody show you more than once that they do not respect your time, that they don't respect your you, that they don't respect themselves. So cut them off quickly. I don't care how long you've known them. That's how you treat people, that's how you show people how to treat you. When they do something and you speak up and say don't do that, and then they keep doing it. Or they do something and you don't feel comfortable about it and it keeps happening. If you don't feel good about it, it's gonna eventually build up and you're gonna have to see it the hard way that you should have cut them off quicker. So cut off game strong. My energy peaceful. No is what I say. I learned how to say no. I don't care how bad, you gonna get it figured out. Just the same way that I can figure something out, the people gonna figure something out. Well, I don't care. So I'm gonna read y'all what it say, right? So she said the number one that she saw is indigo. So I'm an indigo baby. Hello. So she said clairvoyance, spiritual truth, abundance, imagination, perception, seeking truth. Which y'all know, clairvoyant, I see it all. That's why I'm good at tarot. Because I see it. The pictures be building. And then she said the second one is lavender, which is inner knowing, lighthearted, spiritually uplifted, harmony. The third one was violet, which is spiritual knowledge, faith, meditation, mystical, psychic, inner transformation, and spiritual growth. The fourth one is pink, which is tenderness. I'll show y'all the picture so y'all so you can see it. So the fourth one is pink, tenderness, divine healing, caring, and romance. And 5 is white, spirituality, divine energy, channeling, unity, enlightenment, divine guidance, and new understanding. Baby, I'm a Gemini. You should put professional yapper on the shirt. I'm a Gemini, baby. Don't play with me. So, yes, y'all. I'm going to put this somewhere because it's just so cute. And this is exactly what I need. I have a lot of stuff going on this week. Oh my God. Why y'all in the comments just doing the most? Roman, you said some people struggle sometimes to say no. Yeah, that's a problem. If you struggle to say no, that's a problem. We talked about this in another video. Thank you, babe. Ellis is a name that I would love to name my future child. Ellis. Love the name. So, if you struggle to say no, that's a problem. That means that you are abandoning yourself. Gift to gab. Hey, LA Peaches. Hey, baby. Welcome back. Arla Peaches. I don't know what you call it. But, Yeah, if you struggle to say no, that means you're always abandoning yourself. There we go. And if you always abandoning yourself, that means that you feel like somebody's more important than you are. That means you don't really truly want to survive in this world. That's literally how you create your identity and differentiate yourself from other people, is by saying no. So if you don't ever want to say no, that means you're okay with being consumed by everybody else and being anything that anybody wants you to be. That means that any room that you're in, that you will become like the people in that room, and you'll never have your own personality or identity if you could never say no. Let me see if I have to block somebody else. Hold up. I think I'm gonna have to block somebody else. Hold up. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, we're gonna block somebody else. There we go. You're blocked. Thanks, buddy. So yeah. What did somebody say? Somebody asked a question. Did I answer it? Oh yeah, I did answer that question. Yeah. So y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about. Y'all know I can talk about anything. But even speaking on saying no, I can continue on that because like I was saying, self-talk is something that I'm really realizing is one of my callings in life. Like I love to talk, so I talk to myself all the time. And the thing about self-talk is that a lot of people are very disconnected from themselves. Oh, really? It took you a long time. This is what we're gonna talk about it right now. A lot of people are very disconnected from themselves. And so because they're disconnected from themselves, they cannot even feel themselves emotionally. What was the group? Give me one. I do that. Y'all all struggle to say no, y'all. Okay, if you are over the age of 25 and you still struggle to say no, that means you have a lot of work to do. Because if you under the age of 25, your brain is still developing. So I give you a little leeway because sometimes y'all like under the age of 25 is just slow. Like it's a natural slowness that you cannot overcome. Like don't even try. Just live your life and just wait until you're 25 for your brain to develop and try your best. That's just what it is. Just try your best. But once you're 25, if you cannot say no, you have serious problems that you need to overcome. So self-talk, like the group that I was talking about earlier, is I want to do a very small group. And I'm thinking only 3 people. And I want to give y'all my ebook that I worked through. I've been literally, when I tell you guys, I made this ebook for myself maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And every time I come back to it, enlightenment. Life is better. So this is not something that I just give out to people all the time, like, you know, but during the group, I want to work with you guys through the ebook. It's called Break Up With Your Limiting Beliefs. And what it's going to do is it's going to shift you and allowing you to self-talk. You're going to become aware, that self-awareness that's necessary for self-talk. And you're going to process through things so that you can shift your emotions and your beliefs and create them to be more supportive. And at the end, by the time you'll realize that you reshifted your whole identity, what you identify as, not as an individual identity, but some of those limiting beliefs that you have been identifying as, whether that's shame or guilt or fear that is very subconscious, you'll see the pattern, you'll become aware of it, and then by that time it will be shifted, and you know it'll become a more supportive belief. Not the limiting belief, but you'll create supportive beliefs by the end. So I'll put it out in the future. Y'all give me a little bit of time. Like I said, it's going to be a very small group. I really want to do hands-on. I really enjoy doing hands-on work, but I really want to do it in a group setting. So like 3 people, we're going to get on a Zoom. We're going to talk about it. Y'all going to have the book and y'all going to feel the shifts. Just like how I always feel the shift. I love it. You said, I just learned how to say no. I stopped feeling sorry for others. Oh, my God. You said you can't try my best. You were broke. Oh, terrible language. Is self-talk meditation? No. No, baby. Definitely life-changing work. So I want to definitely work with you guys because I realized that of course, I already wrote the book. You Are Programmed, 4 Steps to Success. Thank you, babe. 4 steps to success. And that has all the information, but it's different from reading a book with information and actually applying that information. You can learn whatever I teach you and have the knowledge, but when you apply that and you feel like, when I say feel the shift internally, and your chest no longer feels tight, you didn't even realize that your chest was feeling tight because now your chest feel expansive. That's a different type of energy. And you realize that now your mind is reprogrammed, refocused, redirected to who you really want to be. Pathways are open. Like, this is like the life work that I enjoy doing. So I really want to work with you guys. I'm really excited to do it. But everybody's talking about they had a oh, let me talk about self-talk. Self-talk is not meditation. It's just literally the thoughts in your head. So if y'all, this is a big word. Like I said, this is a big word for Elmo. Somebody said that was funny to me. So this is a word that a lot of people may not know, but it's called it's meta skills, metacognition, and stuff like that. So that's just being aware of your thoughts. And a lot of people feel connected to their thoughts as if their thoughts are them actually thinking it. Like they chose to have these thoughts. When in all reality, your thoughts are not you. Okay? Your thoughts are not you. I don't know if y'all being a hater or not. So I'm going to keep you. I think you are, but I'm going to keep you because I think you might need to hear this. Because anybody who be hating unnecessarily, y'all need to hear this. Your thoughts are not you, right? But the ones that you react to is giving you an indication of you, what you identify yourself as, right? So when you react to a thought, that's how you can really see who you are, right? So your self-talk is just you really becoming aware of the thoughts in your head and figuring out what you're reacting to, how you're reacting to it, and then making a decision if you want to continue to react to it, right? So it's the same way that you talking to another person. You having that back and forth communication. They asking you a question, you respond. You ask them a question, they respond. So it's the same way you're speaking to yourself, but it's in your mind. It's in your head. So once you can really build that skill, baby, it's amazing. And like, honestly, the little trip that I had yesterday, I had a lot of time to journal. And that's what made me really say, let me bring this system that I have. Let me bring this system that I have to my audience. Because I'd never really just shared it the way that I do. Okay. I never shared it the way that I'm ready to start sharing this information. And so you guys can start applying it and feeling that openness. Hey, friend. When I become a baby. What's up with that? I don't know. So, anyway. Hey, John. How you doing? Anyway, self-talk is a skill that I am really happy to start teaching people how to apply in their life so that they can really feel that shift. And so back to people talking about they don't know how to say no. Like I said, that's self-abandoning. You're abandoning yourself. And most people respect people who want to survive. Okay. Most people who respect people who want to survive. And so that's a number one indicator to allow disrespect in your life is not being able to say no. People, and there's many reasons why people are afraid to say no. Like, some people are afraid to say no because in their childhood they had abusive parents who didn't allow them to have their own opinion. Yeah, that's one. Some people are afraid to say no because they're afraid of losing a relationship. If y'all ain't never watched the video, where we was talking about deception and stuff like that, in the video, I forgot the name of the video before the deception video, but we were talking exactly about this. You're struggling to say no because you're afraid to lose people. You're afraid to be talked bad to. You're afraid for somebody to talk to you crazy, cuss you out. You're afraid for somebody to say, I don't want to be friends with you because you said no to me. And if it takes somebody that much, not even that much, if it's that little that somebody needs to start disrespecting you because you said no, then you never needed them in your life to begin with. I don't care if you asking me, can you take me up the street and I'm driving the same direction? I still have the ability to say no. Who said I wanted you in the car? Who said I wanted to take my time out of the day to do that? So a lot of people are always constantly thinking about others and other people's perception before theirs because they're not attached to themselves. And when you attach to yourself first and you feel yourself out first before thinking about other people, you'll be able to clearly say yes or no and not feel guilty or ashamed for doing it. Like I said, if you don't know how to say no, baby, you over the age of 25, you got a lot of work to do. Hit me up. Free 15-minute consultation. By the end of, give me 15 minutes, you gonna say no a couple of times after that, baby. You gonna learn to say no. Don't play with me. It's gonna be real easy. You ain't gonna have no, you're not gonna be afraid to say it after a free 15 with me, baby. Don't play. So I was showing y'all earlier, sometimes it's easier to ignore than to say no. So that means you have an avoidance behavior. And people who have avoidance behavior cannot fully connect. You need to learn how to connect. When you can say no, avoidance is basically avoiding it, leaving it to the side. You ever seen the rice experiment? If y'all look at my playlist, I got all this stuff there. But if you look at the rice experiment, you see that a lot of times the rice that becomes the most, like, in detriment, like the most molded, sometimes it's the one that is spoken bad to, but often other times it's the one that's being ignored. So if you ignoring something, you're not providing the proper energy. You always have to pay attention to what is attaching to you, what is connecting with you. Give it attention, make a decision. Because when you leave stuff in the air, then the stuff in the air figure out how they want to make it, and it becomes something else that you never wanted it to be. Right? So don't even have avoidance behavior, baby. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? You got to do work for yourself. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate you guys. Do not have avoidance behavior. Like, anything that you avoid gonna always come back to you. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Anything you avoid gonna always come back to you. And it may not come back to you in the same way. It's gonna come back to you in a different form. So now you avoiding something, and then you keep getting the same situation happening to you from 10 different experiences in life because you're avoiding it. Because you're still attracting this energy, but you haven't made a decision about what you want to do with the energy that's in front of you. Right? Like, y'all ever had a situation where you stop being friends with somebody and then you attract somebody else in your life who have the same behavior and they treating you the same way? Maybe it's your job. You stop being friends with this person, then you just ignore them, cut them off, never talk to them again, never communicated. Now your job treating you the same way, and now you feel stuck there. It's because life is presenting you with a chance to make a decision. And if you don't make a decision, you just gonna keep experiencing the same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, don't be ignoring stuff, y'all. But like I was saying, I was showing y'all my aura earlier, my aura picture. So she was counting those. She said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She said 5 angels. I don't know. I don't read auras. This is what the lady was telling me. She said pink, very feminine, real cute. Y'all see I got the same shirt on. I took this today. You know. I got the pink. Which is interesting to me. Because the night before I was talking and journaling a lot about like femininity and masculinity. So the fact that that was something that she brought up was femininity was really interesting. Because I was just thinking about the fact that in a lot of particular, you can see the angels, I mean, you can see it. She said there's a spirit right here. This little spirit right here is a feminine spirit. I said, who is it? She said, it's probably the first person you think about. I said, my grandma, but my grandma alive. She said, it's a dead person. I'm like, I don't know. My grandma alive. That's the first feminine person I can think about. So, but yeah, y'all. I was just thinking about that because in the environments that I grew up in, I noticed that I had a lot of limiting beliefs around femininity because of the environment that I grew up in, and a lot of limiting beliefs around masculinity because of the environments that I grew in. And those limiting beliefs were related to like adequacy, like unworthiness, and like fear, and fear of being placed in a predicament, right? Of being around a man who may pretend to be one thing, or they're just internally feminine. Like I was afraid that, oh my God, what if I attract an internally feminine man who don't do shit, who's a bum, and then I have to work hard. I have to realize it's one of those like irrational fears. It's like one of those irrational fears, like you live far, far, far away in Antarctica, but you're afraid of snakes. It's one of those irrational fears for me, because I realized, baby, that will actually never happen. Like I can't attract a feminine man. It's just not something that's going to happen, because I'm going to quickly see in the dating phase that this is a feminine man and the behavior is unacceptable, right? It looks like cotton candy. That's funny. It do kind of look like cotton candy. It's very bright and pastel-y compared to like my old aura pictures. They were darker. My old aura photos were a little darker. And then same with like the feminine energy. Like I have to realize I'm like this is one of my older ones. I'm a naturally very feminine person. But I was like, when you grew up in an environment where those energies were reversed because of struggle and trauma, right? And they were not expressed in a healthy way. I just had to learn on my own what that really looks like to be my feminine self. Because women, I think that most women should be feminine. You're a woman, you should be feminine, unless you decide that you actually don't enjoy being feminine, then be a masculine person. But I think that most people should feel comfortable in the energy that they're consistently expressing, and feel safe in who they are as a masculine or feminine person. Because I don't know, I'm not one of those people who can, what is it, androgyny? Is that what it's called? Androgynous? Let me look this word up. Androgynous. Okay, androgynous is like somebody who's partly male and partly female in appearance. Indeterminate sex. I don't know. Some people, if you androgynous, then you can be in the middle. You got that middle energy, and you right there. You meet, and it expresses perfectly. But I feel like more often, most people are expressing one energy, like expressing physically one energy over another. Prince was androgynous. If y'all need to look up androgynous, here's a picture of androgynous people. Androgynous people who are the people who look both masculine and feminine outwardly. So Harry Styles, I think Harry Styles is definitely one of those androgynous people. Ruby Rose. Yeah, this is a girl who played off of that Marvel movie. Doll. Why y'all all be calling me a baby doll? You won't, as long as you're in your feminine. Yeah. Hi, Casual. Hello, Percy from the UK. I was reading a book yesterday. Y'all, we just talking right now. I was reading the book Atomic Habits yesterday. I was just reading like the beginning portion. And this is my mind, y'all. When I tell y'all, I was reading about it, and the person was talking about how the UK, that their bikes, like the bike team in the UK, never won anything for like 100 years, like hundreds of years. They was just losers. They were failing at the game, the bicyclist game, right? And so they would go to like the tournaments and they would always lose. And they said it got so bad that even bicycle companies didn't want to sell to them. That's how bad it got. So they said that they ended up getting like a new coach in like 2000, around 2000, in the 2000s. And then like 5 or 4 years working with that coach, they ended up winning extreme. Like, you know, they won a lot, like multiple medals in like 2008. And y'all know me, I said, this is interesting. I need to look at the astrology of this. This is how my mind was. I need to look at what was going on in the air. What was it? And so, y'all, when I tell y'all, I started getting into a whole new hobby. I started realizing I have a new hobby, y'all. And I'm so excited to like get into it when I get more time. I have so many hobbies, y'all, at this point. But I learned the hobby is called mundane astrology. So you can look at the astrology of like states and countries. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, how interesting. So then I started looking at the astrology of the relationship between China and Beijing, China, and the UK. And I said, this is so interesting. This is an interesting thing. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to learn more about it. Oh, okay. You said it's more than what you look and act like, though. You're in my arena now. LOL. What you mean? Tell us more, LA Peaches. La Peaches. Tell us more. Oh, thank you, PR. Welcome back. Welcome back. Tell us more. Tell me what it means. If y'all, my shirt, y'all, it says, you can go ahead. And at the bottom it says, I'm going to dilly-dally. Y'all, Five Below got like cheap little comical shirts. So I think I'm going to start buying a lot of comical shirts because they're funny and they're cute. And they say funny things. And I can just put a nice little t-shirt on because I, you know, love t-shirts now. So this is definitely the energy that I'm trying to go into the year with, is more slow down. It's okay to be late, because I was one of those people who always arrived on time to events. Let's say events, maybe not everywhere, but events. I will arrive on time, be one of the first people there. But I'm starting to realize that life is better when you are late. So I'm in my dilly-dally or energy, y'all. Oh, y'all, also, I don't know if I'm going to be on live next Monday. I got a busy Monday. If y'all see me on live, that's because I really care about y'all. But if y'all don't see me on live, it's not because I don't care about y'all. It's because I'm busy. So, I got some things to do. You hate being late? Well, yeah, I used to really not enjoy it. But I feel like because of the people that I come from, Happy Black History Month, you gonna experience it all the time. Waiting on people. I don't like waiting on people. So waiting on people, y'all, I used to, when I tell y'all, I used to be like, okay, I'm a wait a little longer because I know these people be late. I will get there and I will get there late and they will still be there later than me. I'm like, so I don't really hang out with people who I can't expect them to be on time. Number one, that's one way that I respect myself, is I don't even try to deal with stuff like that anymore. But overall, I started realizing that you don't always have to be exactly on time. 30 minutes late is not that bad. I'm starting to feel that way. LA Peaches, you said I'm always late. You said no, can't be late, especially for work. It sets the tone for the day. Yeah. Especially, oh, bills always paid. Now, that's something that ain't gonna never be late now. Made you look, LOL fire. It made you look is crazy. Yeah, the bills, you ain't gotta worry about that because that's on auto pay. I ain't even gotta think about being late. If it's late, it's because they took it out late. And that's one of my pet peeves when it comes to bills. Like, if the bill is supposed to come out on the 1st and I'm looking at my account and the money is still in there, it be pissing me off. Because why you ain't took this money yet? That's how I be feeling. Why haven't you taken this money? Now you got me looking at money that's not my money. Y'all supposed to have taken this money out. Please get this money out quick. Get it out. So, but yeah, y'all. So, y'all still feel like, a lot of y'all feel like y'all can't say no in the chat. Let me know. Make sure y'all like the video too. Have you lived into the school? Oh, School of Numerology. What do you think about them? I don't know. School of Numerology. I like numerology and I do use numerology. And we had that discussion before where I told you guys I use numerology for where I'll live, like what apartment numbers I choose when I go look for apartments or areas that I live in. I look into the numerology of it. So like for instance, I'm moving into a place where my apartment number is going to equal to 8, which is the number of reaping the benefits of all your labor. So I actually feel like this is an 8-year for me, even though it's not an 8 year, like a 1 year. But I've been living in apartments previous to that were 6 years. So those apartments really in that moment, I was more focused on um, building relationships, especially talking like to people, getting to know people, getting to know myself. And I think, let me see, 6 numerology is highly empathetic, responsible, nurturing, service-oriented, focused on relationships. Challenges may be with setting boundaries, perfectionism, and over-sacrificing for others. Ooh, what a 6. So I'm glad that I'm moving out of my 6 apartment era, especially now that I'm thinking about these challenges. These are things that I had to learn. These are things that I learned years ago. So, years ago. Oprah Winfrey is crazy. But I'm excited to start talking more about these things. I do believe that most people should move. I don't believe in staying in a place for a long time. Even if I like bought a house, I would have to be able to live in different areas. Just because I don't believe in staying in the same energy for forever. So if y'all feel like life is terrible, you need to move to a place where the numerology matches the direction you want to go. And that's how I chose where I'm living, because the numerology matched the direction in which I wanted to go. Have you ever thought about having a bill account? Yeah, I have a bank account dedicated to my bills. I pay ahead on all my bills. All my accounts have credit at least 2 months in advance. Period. Okay, thank you, baby. Hi, thank you so much. Lots of love. Girl, who says I even have a mind? Ooh, baby. Then what did you use? What did you use to comment that if you ain't got no mind? Being smart and responsible can attract feminine men if you're not with the man that you trust to lead. Yeah, I think that that's true. Feminine men are definitely attracted to women who present masculine. Like, I don't think it's smart and responsible that attracts the feminine man. It's more of the masculine woman being a go-getter, being determined, always being on grind, getting to it, and that's another thing. I think that encompasses being smart and responsible though, but I don't think it's just the smart and responsible. So like constantly travel and not settle down too long in one place. Yeah, and I don't really just mean traveling, but when I was younger, I moved a lot. Baby, when I was in 5th grade, I went to 3 different schools, y'all. So I'm not really used to staying in one place for a long time. Like, it's spiritually not within me staying in one place for a long time. So I don't really know how to physically settle down in a home forever. Like, I think that the day that I settle down and say, this is going to be the home for the rest of my life, I'm real serious. If I ever say for the rest of my life, I don't know if I never even thought about it. I need to have multiple places. Maybe I have a home in the country and then I have a condo in the city and I can just go back and forth. If I have the variety to move back and forth, then I'd probably be able to say I can do this forever. But if it's like forever for the rest of your life, you can't go nowhere else. Or maybe I just travel a lot. If I have like a home, I'll just travel a lot throughout the year. So that can give me the variety that I need. So I'm not in one place forever. But I have never thought about it because I don't think about buying a house anytime soon. What y'all think? You truly love me. I'm your type of woman. She said, nah, stop it. All women attract mainly men. Dude, that's crazy. That is not true. All women, every woman in this whole entire world. That's crazy. In some cultures, direction matters. And I know many South Indian communities prefer east-facing homes and often avoid south-facing ones. Yeah, I never heard of that, but I do agree with direction because the sun rises in the east. So, and I think I've seen like sun worshiping things in India, like sun worship. I don't know if there's like idols or something that are sun worshipped, or deities is what they call it. Sun worshipped deities. But that makes sense because if you are living in a home facing the east, then you can rise with the sun. And that's really what's going to get your day set. And if you have that deity, it's going to allow you to really work with your deity better. So if I could, I would have definitely moved in a home that faces the east. But that wasn't on my list of things I needed. You said, I'm very masculine and straight, but I always seem to like more masculine gals, cute tomboys, and bad action. Here gals like the ones from the movie franchise Aliens. Aliens. Just so y'all know though, physical expression is like, you can see, oh, they look feminine, they look masculine, but also energy attracts energy, like polarity. So just because someone is physically feminine looking, their character could be masculine, you know? So if you're attracted to women, if you feel like you're a masculine person, but you're attracted to a woman who looks masculine outwardly, she could still be feminine character-wise. The vastness of cosmos is on your mind. Explain more. Explain more the vastness of the cosmos. Thank you, Roger. Thank you so much. You say, I'm a manly man. All types are attractive. What's up? That's interesting. All types of men are attractive, or all types of women are attractive? If you saying all types of women are attractive, you tell me you a manly man and you gonna date a woman that look like this? Hold up. This is the woman you gonna date? Can you see this picture? You a manly man, you gonna date a woman that y'all walk out the house and look like this? Y'all dress the same? And you a manly man, you gonna date a woman like that? Let me know. Let me know. I just want to know. I'm just very interested in the answer. So, but yeah. My mind and dream become a doormat. Okay, so you want to be walked all over. That must be a kink or something. That's very interesting. That's something you would wear. Exactly. That is a masculine presenting woman. We don't know her character, so we don't know if she's feminine in character or not. So, but masculine presenting for sure. Too, but I got my type. He. Nah, girl. That's straight up someone that identifies as... I'm about to block you, friend. I'm gonna put you on mute for a couple of minutes. How you do this? Put in timeout. I'll put you in timeout for 5 minutes because you're doing the most a little bit. So yeah, y'all need to stop lying. It is okay to say I have a particular type of person who I want to date. I'm not dating a man that is into fashion. Personally, I don't want to be with a man who's like, oh my God, I need to get this outfit. Because why do you even have time to worry about the outfit that you're wearing? Because I believe that's feminine behavior. Would somebody else be interested in a man that's into fashion? Like, it's a basketball player who used to play for a basketball team. And I got his face in my mind, but I don't know his name. Yeah, what's this man's name? James, no. Kevin, Russell Westbrook? Let me see. Was it Russell Westbrook? Yes. He's a basketball player, but I seen his outfits. He be dressing very feminine. I haven't seen him in a long time. But when I did used to see pictures of him, he used to dress very feminine. Let me see. These are all basketball pictures. Let me look up Russell Westbrook fashion. Oh, no. Oh, no, y'all. Y'all, I couldn't do it personally. Now, is he a good man? Who knows? Who knows what his behavior is like? Who knows what type of man he is? If he's masculine character-wise, who knows? But feminine-wise, it's enough for me, buddy. We cannot be dressed in the same outfit. And his hair is blue. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all. Dennis Rodman, him too. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm gonna add in a personal story. Let me tell y'all something, okay? When I was younger, I used to dye my hair a lot, right? You know, you young, you dye your hair, whatever. And one time I dyed my hair red. It was real cute. It was real cute. I would re-dye my hair red with a different mindset. And then one day, Kevin Gates had said something. Now, mind you, Kevin Gates, y'all. It's Kevin Gates. You can only listen to him with so much. You know, you can't give him all of your attention. When you hear him, you got to hear stuff and take it with a grain of salt. But he has said something. I'm going to see if I can find it. He has said something. And it was so profound. And I really wish I knew where he said it and when he said it. And it really honestly made me change my mind on dyeing my hair different colors all the time. But if I can find it, I'll show y'all in another video one day. But he has said something along the lines of, if you dye your hair all types of colors, a lot of times you're going through a lot of mental battles. And so when I heard him say that, it made me realize, wow, if I keep dyeing my hair, it's going to look as if I'm going through a lot of mental battles. And at one point, I was going through some difficulties in the mind. And so after that, I said, you know what? We're going straight to black. Back to the normal. We're going to do very calm colors. We're not going to do the chaotic colors. And so one thing about it is, if I see a man dyeing his hair different colors all the time, he's going through some struggle. He's struggling somewhere. Oh, get out. Like they said, get out. He's struggling with something. So honestly, I don't want to be with a man who's struggling with their sexuality. I need you to know who you are. I don't, whatever you are, know who you are. Don't be struggling with it, feeling insecure about your sexuality, which Kevin Gates is not one of those people, obviously, who feel insecure about his sexuality, because everybody be putting his business out on Front Street, and that's just what it is. What if he paint his nails? If you paint your nails, it better be because we have a daughter painting your nails for you. Our daughter must have painted his nails. That's how I feel. So when I look at masculinity, for me personally, it really does it really does depend on that character first. And it maybe I don't know about that one. Let me not even say nothing. Just let's look at some of these outfits with Russell Westbrook. He definitely was. And so now he is going through life dealing with that. He's going through life dealing with that. A lot of people when they were younger experienced that. And if they don't get the time to really do that psychoanalyzing, sitting with themselves, becoming self-aware, making a decision about what they really want to believe about themselves, and really overcoming that shame that comes with those experiences, they're going to be struggling. Because them demons, that's the demons is those thoughts that keep coming in their mind saying you're unworthy because you experienced this. That's what goes through a lot of people's minds when they experience something like that so young. A lot of people, they start feeling, I'm unworthy because I've experienced this. I should be ashamed of myself because I experienced this. So it's one of those things where you got to really do a lot of deep, intensive work to get over those emotions so you can remove unworthiness and really identify with a worthiness that you truly are for all the things that you desire. Do I give life advice? Of course. That's what we're here for. How did you do your hair? I braided my hair, and then I went to the store and I got some more stuff and I put it in my hair. And then when I did my hair, I woke up and when I went to sleep, I put a bonnet on. And then when I woke up, I took the bonnet off. People feel unworthy? Yeah. Most of the time it's subconscious. It's a subconscious feeling. A lot of times people be having issues trying to get things in their life, and it's exactly those feelings: shame, unworthiness, and fear. Most of the time. What if you're a guy and like you're just bored? Oh, you're bored. You're so bored that you just want to paint your nails. That's how bored you get. I feel like if you a guy and you bored, you need a second job. If you a guy and you bored, you need to start working on business. If you a guy and you bored, you need to go get a trade. If you a guy and you bored, you need to go get a degree. If you a guy and you bored, you need to clean your house. If you a guy and you bored, you need to go wash your car. If you a guy and you bored, you need to go to your parents' house and go clean their yard. If you a guy and you bored, you need to go to your girlfriend and figure out what she needs to get fixed around the house. If you a guy and you bored, you need to go to a trade school and learn how to be a mechanic so you can fix all your family members' car. If you a guy and you bored, you need to start planning a vacation so that you and your friend, woman, or family can get out the city. If you a guy and you bored, you need to go get your hair cut. If you a guy and you bored, you need to start getting take a financial intelligence class. There's so many other things that you could do if you're a guy and you bored. If you're a guy and you bored, maybe go get a massage. If you a girl and you want to go paint your nails, have fun. Y'all, I'm not telling y'all what to do. If you want to paint your nails, have fun. I'm not demonizing no man who want to paint their nails. I'm saying for me personally. But if I had a friend, and it was a guy who painted their nails, they would be cool, you know? Come here, baby. I would have a friend of a guy who painted their nails. I wouldn't mind that. Hey, Ari, how are you doing? Here's my son, y'all. Y'all haven't seen him in so long. What's on your mind, Ari? Which color? You want to paint your nails? It depends on how old you are. If you under the age of 16, paint your nails pink. Paint your nails purple. If you over the age of 16, you can do a little black. You can do a little whatever color you want. If you over the age of 21, be cute. Do whatever you want to do. Things are hot ass. Well, girl, what you mean? What about a guy who likes to show off with lots of bling and fancy cars? I don't like that either. That means you need attention. Also, bling and showing off is a feminine nature. Showing off, because what do peacocks do? I think that's actually like a self-defense mechanism. So maybe we don't use peacocks. Wait, you don't have a car. How old are you? I'm going to wash car. Yeah, if you a guy and you're bored, go start washing the cars around the neighborhood. Go cut the grass around the neighborhood. Go be of service to your community. You need your nails and feet done? Me too, girl. But these look decent, but I'm ready. I have a bike, so I'm going to wash it. I love that. I am being of support to the community. Yeah, I'm about to get off here. I got to go. I love a person who can figure it out. There's so many things you can do. If you're a guy and you bored, go read a book. Go listen to an audiobook. Play some subliminals in the background that give you the energy to get up and do something with your life. Yeah, Ari, girl, where you been? We need to do another conversation like this. Is that what I'm hearing? Another discussion live. We could talk about stuff. Yeah, earlier I was showing y'all my aura. This is what I was showing y'all earlier. The love of your life online is crazy. Tell me more. Learn a skill. Come on, after the nails, then what? Eyebrows, mascara, makeup. Yeah. Learn a skill. Okay, thank you, Sia. You be this. Ari, girl, please. Ari, girl, please. That's so cute. I miss you too, girl. How you been? But yeah, I was telling y'all earlier. I was telling them earlier that I want to really do a very, very small group. I'm thinking 3 people where I support you guys through a self-talk workbook that I created myself for myself. So I know it works because I used it over years, multiple times over the years. So I really want to support you guys and do like a small group session where we're moving through it so you guys can feel that release of shifting your beliefs and emotions and reconstructing your identity. So it's Rico. Hey Rico, how you been? I really want to do something like that with you guys. I love doing it personally myself. Anytime I've done it myself, I always see a shift. I always see a shift in my mindset. You'll feel the forgiveness. Like, you know, people be like, you need to forgive and move on. And that be so difficult. Forgiveness can be so difficult when you still have that belief and you're attached to something that's attaching to your identity. So when you do the work with me, you'll be able to really experience true forgiveness because you'll be able to shift that identity, and that resentment won't be there because that limiting belief that you received from that individual won't be there harboring over your spirit anymore. So little stuff like that, I really want to do something like that. I'm thinking in March, small group. I'm thinking maybe about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours where we're going to be working together. So y'all will really need to set aside some time. I'm thinking a Saturday morning. So set aside some time. It's just going to be 3 of y'all and me. So 4 of us all together. I'm going to be working with y'all through it. And then by the end of y'all getting it done, or us getting it done together, number 1, we would have had multiple conversations where y'all can share what y'all are thinking. I truly believe the way that spirit is that whoever's going to be in this group, y'all are going to have something similar that is going to be spoken on, and y'all will be able to really share that with each other. So I think that it's really great to experience it on your own and feel that release, that tension release that was on your spirit once you get to the end of the work that we'll be doing. But to do it in a group of people who I know in my heart, y'all are going to have something that will hit and like really, y'all be able to work off of each other. I know it in my heart. I can already feel it. I think that will be an additional like boost in like affirmative things to keep y'all going, where y'all will share something. I already can feel it in my spirit. So you said I don't feel rushed in the connection though, but his sweetness overwhelms me a little. Oh, it's just not what I'm used to. Well, enjoy, baby. Enjoy the feelings. Where have I been all your life? On YouTube. What you mean? What is your time zone? I'm in Eastern time. I'm used to men moving incredibly slow with me, texting back super slow, all that. Even the love bombers were usually pretty slow texts with you. What's fast to you? How fast are y'all texting? Y'all texting back quick. How have you talked to this person on the phone yet? My spirit doesn't match my body. My spirit is gay. How is your spirit gay and your body not gay? I don't know about that one, buddy. Gay as in happy? I feel like if your spirit is gay, then your body is gay. And if your spirit is gay and your body's not gay, then there's a cognitive dissonance there. So we got to overcome the cognitive dissonance, and it's okay to be gay. Remember that, y'all. When I was talking about the people earlier, that's me and my identity with what masculine and feminine. But you can be a gay man and be masculine, right? Masculinity is not tied to a certain gender or sexuality. You can be a woman, you can be a lesbian woman and be very feminine. There's a lot of them out there. They're lesbians, but they're very feminine. So it's one of those things, you know? It's one of those things. His spirit is gay, but doesn't present gay. Oh, so you saying you're a gay person, but you don't look gay? What does looking gay mean, though? So I don't know. It's a lot going on with that one. The motion said, maybe I'm lost. Lost in spirits, maybe. Lost in spirits. You got to come back to yourself so you can fully full gay in real time and feel, you know, June is coming up. Pride is coming up. June is coming up. Both Pride and my birthday is in the month of June. So, hey, shout out to y'all. Shout out to my people. Not my people personally, but the people who are part of the LGBTQIA plus. So yeah, y'all, we didn't really talk about much today, y'all. We didn't talk about much. Y'all make sure y'all like the love. Appearing gay in presentation. Yeah. I would say if somebody look gay, it's probably because they're a man presenting as feminine, or they're a woman presenting as masculine. A lot of times that's what I see. I would say, okay, they look gay. That's what I would say. But I remember when I was a kid, if somebody said, you're gay, the response would always be, well, gay means happy, and I'm happy, so I guess I am gay. So, you know, enjoy. If y'all didn't used to say stuff like that, I don't know. Did y'all used to say stuff like that? In your mind? Sarah, what's in your mind? Where have you been all my life? I'm guessing no, y'all didn't say that. Nathan said everyone is gay. I don't think everyone's happy, buddy. Some of these people are not happy. LA Preacher said, yeah, they used to say that. Yeah, gay means happy. Or they be like, shut up. And then you say, shut don't go up. Prices do. So give me a price and shut up too. Something like that. What's another one we used to say? Because who even taught us that? Who even taught us to say stuff like that? I don't remember who taught me to say stuff like that. They say boys is for girls are from Venus, boys are from Mars. What's the saying? How does it go? Which gay, the flamboyant stereotype or the bear type? Okay, flamboyant and bear. Okay, so you talking about expression, like expressing, like you a man, you look like a woman, you a woman, you look like a man. I think that's what people are saying gay is like if you express like that, that's how they know you're gay. So that's why they think, I don't know if Russell Westbrook is gay or not. I don't know what goes on in his bedroom. So, but he does dress like very feminine. Take my advice and shut up too. There you go. Thank you, friend. There you go, John. Thank you. Don't forget the cars go fast one. What's the cars that go fast one? I don't remember that one. You gotta tell me. Trans. I feel like as a woman, I can always tell when someone is trans. It's in the tone of voice. And sometimes it can be physically. Physically, there are trans people who look like the gender, but it's something about the tone. It's something about the energy too. It's something about the energy where you can usually, typically, on average, tell. But yeah. But that doesn't take away from whatever they look like. Like, I'm not saying that they don't look like the gender that they're expressing, you know? But it's same with trans. A trans person, let's say it's like a man who wants to be a woman, that when they were a boy, they probably was very feminine. They probably was very feminine, and then they said, well, I have this feminine character, and I want to express as a feminine character. I want to express the same way that I feel in my spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. It be some pretty trans, gotta be careful, LOL. I'm dead. Yeah, a lot of them are very beautiful. And I be thinking a lot of them, when they get money, they keep up with themselves. But if they be broke, hey, I pray that the broke ones get some money so they can get on their grind. They used to say, shut, don't go up, cars go fast, take my advice and kiss my ass. I never heard that one. I wasn't cussing as a kid, so I didn't used to say stuff like that. Whatever flips your switches is crazy. It depends when they transition later in file or when they were teens. Yeah, that's crazy to transition so early. I would be scared to allow my child to do it so early if that was something that I had a child who wanted to do, because your brain is not fully developed. I would just be afraid for them. And then you hear so many people who struggle with the fact that they did it so early and they regret it. And I would never want to be supporting any young person who is still not fully developed in the mind and really making some type of decision that they can literally never really alter. So, you know, be careful. Be careful. Yeah, but I need to get off of here, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Like I was saying, I don't know if I'm gonna be back next Monday, only because I have a busy Monday. It's a busy Monday. Last time showing y'all my aura, so y'all can see the energy of the person who be talking to y'all. Because people be like, if y'all don't believe in auras, y'all probably don't care. But people be like, how am I? Somebody said they was talking mad in the comments yesterday because they was like, how am I supposed to know to trust you? Well, baby, this is how you know. You either listen and make a decision about if you agree with me or not, or if you care what I'm saying, or you blindly trust anything I say and then do that and then not make your own decisions about life, or you don't listen at all. It's one of those things, you know? So I feel like if you're one of them people like, should I trust you or not? You probably should take a break from the internet, because when you go and you listen to people, I don't go and listen to people and be like, should I trust this person or not? I listen to what they're saying. I pay attention to their actions and I say, is this person aligned to something that I agree with? I don't care what you're saying. Do I agree, or does what you're saying make sense? Okay, so if y'all be wondering, should I trust this person or not? Stop trying to trust people on the internet. Okay, I come on here every Sunday and Monday. Y'all see me every Sunday and Monday. Please. You ain't got to trust me. Listen to what I say and ask yourself, do I agree with what this person says or not? And then you can respectfully comment and tell me what you believe. You know, I love it. I want to hear what you guys talk about. Just like I was telling you guys what I think about today. Some of y'all don't agree. And you could say that, you know. So it's really up to y'all. He said, I'm not anti-gay, but I truly believe the true essence of love is between a man and a woman. Interesting. Hey, girl. Hey, if you had to relive 1 year of your life, which year would it be and why? That's a crazy question. 1 year of my life that I have to relive. Ooh, buddy. When I first moved to the city that I lived in, it was a crazy year. But I look back and all the things that I did was great. I survived. So it would be probably about 4 years ago. 4 years ago when I first moved to where I am now. Crazy year, but I survived, and a lot of my manifestations started to bloom and blossom at that time. It was like a little bud coming out the ground. So about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, most likely. Great. I was cutting it up. I was doing what I wanted to do. Getting pushed outside your comfort zone helped you? Yeah, I pushed myself. 2015 was a great year. Oh yeah, high school was pretty cool too. Well, high school was cool. You know, I was showing my little brother because he's graduating this year. So I was showing him all my high school pictures. And I remember I was one of those girls. I went to a very diverse school. And so we were the black people who in the morning would be making beats on the cafeteria table, or during lunch we'd be making beats on the cafeteria table, acting up and cutting up. Like that was a part of people who I was with. So high school was pretty cool for me too. And then after school would be cutting up after school too. So would you do things differently if you relived your senior year in high school? No. Senior was great. I didn't really have any issues. I think I did everything the way that it was supposed to be done. I hung out with my friends. We did a lot of stuff. We went to a lot of parties. Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. I wasn't crazy. Like, it wasn't giving like, what's that show called with Zendaya? Whatever show that is with Zendaya, it wasn't giving that show. It wasn't giving that show at all. But Euphoria. It wasn't giving Euphoria, but I enjoyed it. Did you get straight A's? No, I was always on honor roll though. A's and B's, baby. Always on honor roll. Always at the pizza parties. Always at the pizza parties, baby. I don't think there was a time in high school where I was not on honor roll. Actually, all of my friends was on honor roll too. And honestly, I went to a charter school. So in middle school and high school, I went to charter school. So I was used to just always getting good grades because my school prepared me to be that person. Are y'all was that mad pretty? I guess. It wasn't giving euphoria. No, high school was not giving euphoria. I don't think I would have been able to survive if it gave euphoria. Maybe for other people, but not for me. It was giving high school student who goes out with her friends. We used to go out. There used to be somebody, and I guess their family owned like this little warehouse. So we used to go, they used to call it the goat house. And we used to go there sometimes and just like hang out with them. Occasionally, not too much. I don't know what school was. You don't know what school? High school? You don't remember high school? Excellent in math? No. I'm not a math person. I just got the grades. And I'm going to be so honest with y'all. I'm going to be so for real. I went to a school full of people who cut corners. I remember one year, the way that one of these math classes, it was like trigonometry or something. The way that it was is that the teacher just re-gave all the same tests that he gave the year before. And one of my closest friends got the details and got every single test from the year before. And everything. So I got an A in the class. If you get what I'm saying. You know, I got an A in the class. And everybody around us did as well. All of our friends. So, lazy teachers. Yeah. But hey, I passed. And I never needed it. I never needed that class. I never thought about it. Girl, just the way you sound hits. Okay, thank you. Gemini voice. Y'all, let me get up off of here before I be on here talking to y'all all day. Yeah. But it really wasn't always just the teachers. The kids just were very intelligent. I went to a charter school. The kids were intelligent. And some of the teachers, they used to have like teacher aides. So the teacher aides would be the one printing stuff off. So the teacher's aides would be printing stuff off for the students. It was a big debacle. Yeah, it was something. It was a crazy experience, but school was great. Amazing. That's why I always tell y'all, you need community in school. Because if you have community, somebody's going to put you on, and you won't have to do as much work as you would if you was by yourself. So always have friends in school, high school, college. Then you won't have to struggle so much. Because so many people, they dedicate their entire life to school because school is a lot of work if you're going to pass. But if you have the proper people around you, maybe you have a friend who's really good at math. You don't always need somebody to give you the answers. It's not all about somebody giving you the answers. But if you got a friend really good at math and you really good at English, all y'all got to do is hang out after school. And that's one of my favorite things that we did, because my mama was always the type of person who didn't pick me up until like 5 o'clock. I'm going to be honest. Until I got a car, my mama, I was one of the last people getting picked up from school. So I was always hanging out with somebody. We would be hanging out in the library, hanging out on the track field, hanging out in somewhere. We was always hanging out somewhere. If I wasn't in a sport, I was hanging out with my friends. Always got my homework done. Get some friends who get their work done. And you gonna pass. And you will be okay. Now, if your friends are the type of friends who don't do their work, you probably just need to keep them as party friends. You need to find a group of friends to hang out with who gonna get their work done. You know? So you need different sets of friends because people are different. So you're gonna have the people who always partying. You in high school. I know the high school kids, because I know the middle school kids. I work with middle school kids. They be doing drugs. So the high schools definitely be doing the drugs. And when I was in high school, it was people doing the drugs. So, you know, if that's what you want to participate in, those are people who you just hang out with in certain sections. But you still need somebody who's going to ground you so you can still be successful. You can have the fun, go out, do the little drinking, the drugs, whatever you do in your free time if you're in high school. But make sure you have somebody who's going to ground you so that you can still pass with flying colors. Find your groups. It's okay to have multiple groups of friends. I was the type of person who had multiple groups of friends who I was around. Everybody provide you something different, y'all. How many times have I been to the I've never visited that place in my whole entire life. Get good friends, good friends. But yeah, I gotta go, y'all. XOXO. XOXO, y'all. One more time, I'm gonna show you my aura one more time. This is the aura of the person who y'all be seeing every Sunday and Monday. And whoever, when I put the information out, give me some time, y'all. But whoever the 3 people, I'm thinking about the first person who signed up, I'm gonna give them a little discount on signing up. So, no, I'm not a high school teacher, y'all. I'm not a teacher, but this is the aura. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all enjoy. Bye.